Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus. We have one more legendary to catch, which is one of the most biggest pain in the ass because it's in a bog, of all places. So,
Oh, wonderful.
I forget if you can even easily find where this thing is, or if it Oh yeah,
Ow.
because this happens. Because every time you try to,
you have to
You
throw
tr-
balls at it to break its shield.
yeah, and every time you get close, it'll make these stupid whirlwinds.
Whirlwind,
That
yeah,
they spawn on top of you sometimes too.
like that,
Yeah,
and they confuse you, and you.
I think they do other stuff too, depending on which one you're fighting.
Ah,
oh
good
no!
old, the good old
What-
Call
what?
of Duty
Wait,
regen.
wait,
oh
whoa,
no!
What I'm more questioning is the freaking heat-seeking mud
Mud
missile
bomb.
that
I know,
went
right?
after you. The hell was that?
You tried to do the Call of Duty regen crouch and it failed you.
Yeah,
Well, it
'cause,
didn't fail me because you have heat-seeking mud bombs.
why did we even bother developing AK-47s when we could just throw heat-seeking mud bombs at people? Oh my god. I think you can throw through the...
You can throw through the whirlwinds, yes.
which is something you might not think to do at first, but it is something you can do.
Man, this really does look like a pain in the butt.
It is.
Like, I'm all for the
What, you hit her?
it looked
Invincibility frames.
like it went a little below.
Ouchies. Crap.
Yeah, and then there's also... Whoa, wait, hold on. Stantler
Has
actually
mud
has
on it.
mud on its legs? I never
Yeah.
noticed that before. I didn't think I'd give the game the credit of actually putting that detail in.
Would you stop running around?
Of course, when you try to throw at it when it's through the thing, you can't see it. So.
And of course, the hippo down in Skunky join in the battle, which is like stupid.
Which is just going to result in you taking free hits until these guys are out of the way.
Yeah.
You might be able to ignore them, but it's just a pain in the ass, and you don't want to deal with it.
I just want to get them out of the way.
That thing's level 37. How the hell did it do that much damage?
My defensive stats were lowered.
Well, I mean, like, do you expect the wild Pokemon in the area to just ignore you?
Yeah! We're in a climactic fight here, man. Come on. Personal space.
It's a swamp hippo. It doesn't believe in personal space.
Yeah, that's very rude of it.
It's a swamp hippo. It's bound to be rude.
I think hippos are incredibly aggressive, and are among the most dangerous land animals on the planet, believe it or not. Because they don't give no fucks. This is a true fact. More people die from hippos than sharks every year.
I get the feeling that's partly because people don't take hippos seriously.
I'm sure it's absolutely because hippos aren't taken seriously.
I mean, they're these big, round, fat things, right? They're not. It's not the kind of appearance that we as humans are geared to take. Are geared to see as threatening.
It is also, however, 10 times our size and weighs 1,000 pounds. So you'd think that you'd respect it even just on that measure.
You'd think, but that would involve human beings being logical, which we know never happens.
Sounds fake. Are you catching Shaman and Darkrai too for fun? No. Okay.
One of them requires a VDSP save file, which I don't have. So
Okay.
I like the climbing form and the basket that it carries on its back, where you can see your character's eyes peeking out.
It's very anime. Oh yeah, and Giratina is just like Kier. He's like, "Hey, boy, sup?"
Oh, this feels so thrown together.
it is.
A lot of the Pokemon games are like this, unfortunately. If you like kill in Gen 5, I think, if you accidentally kill the legendary box cover instead of catching it, they just are kind of standing at the top of a dungeon you had already completed, just so that you can catch them again. Which, it's just kind of how these games work, unfortunately. Like, they need to have a place for you to be able to get them, so they just throw them in a cave somewhere.
Well, I mean, like, the content just feels lazy, to be honest. But why does this thing disappear into a portal only to reappear in the same place and attack you?
Because it's a turn-based RPG.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe this is just me being an old fart. I miss when there was some pomp and circumstance to getting these guys. Like in Gen 3 for the Reggies, you had to do like a whole side quest for them and figure out the Braille thing. Or like in Gen 1 where you had to go through a cave for each of them. There's a whole dungeon, your reward is finding the legendary. Same thing in Gen 2 where your reward for going through Tin Tower or the islands was getting the box legendary. Like there was content that you had to get through and that was enjoyable to get through, and then at the end, it's basic ass RPG shit. You go through a dungeon and there's a boss at the end. It's not that special in concept, but it adds to the like gravitas of the fight, versus they're just kind of here. Are you gonna attack and dethrone God with the devil?
Yes.
Okay.
Doing some real Shin Megami Tensei on our Pokemon. That's just wrong.
Oh, somehow Volo has returned.
What?
Yeah, he just says Volo somehow returned and told him about shit.
Well, was he ever gone?
Yeah, he ran away.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't have gone far.
Like, he literally admitted to wanting to completely destroy the worlds and make a new one in his own image. So, that's kind of, like, bad. So the fact that he even bothered to show up again, I'm surprised, I guess. Did you use the same save file and, like, have to do all that Pokedex stuff again, Ryan?
What, from my original file?
Yeah, did you use your original file for this, or did you do all the Pokemon?
No, I played it again.
Jeez. How long did that take you?
Not too long. When you know what you're doing, it really doesn't take that long. It's really more just getting the baby mon, which are rare spawns and stuff like that.
I remember it took me a decent bit.
Oh, one more look at that doofy face.
Stairway to heaven.
I need to have that sign from Wayne's World, like, in my house.
One of these days I'll actually watch that goddamn movie. But not today. I like how the stairs are so big that,
it takes multiple steps to...
Yeah, but you can also tell that they're not actually steps. It's just an invisible ramp the player character is walking up.
Your character takes multiple steps in between each step.
Now, this is actually a cool final boss, and...
It zooms out and you just see Snow White's face.
Oh, this is Kingdom Hearts bullshit.
What's with the giant alchemy circle, man?
I'm sure it's a reference to something.
Plot twist, the final boss was the truth.
I mean, sort of, it's God.
I've never liked Arceus's design. Like, I don't get it.
I sort of get it. I like it more than the other legendaries in this generation, anyway. It looks ethereal. But also, like, sublime. But at the same time, it's also giving me the same sort of tokusatsu angel vibes that I don't like from Shin Megami Tensei 4, so...
Actual final boss.
With that said, this fight is pretty cool and actually legitimately pretty difficult. If it'll load.
Yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long to load.
It's neat to see the quote unquote unused event from Gen 4 sort of realized here.
Yeah, because like his attacks are actually quite hard to dodge. And it makes it actually somewhat feel like an action RPG where the first couple fights aren't too bad, but you actually do need to learn and memorize these attack patterns in order to dodge them. And it can be legitimately tricky to find times to throw things at it.
Yeah.
Because in the previous fights, you could just kind of throw willy-nilly and it didn't really matter. But you can only take so many hits, so you'll just kind of die if you try to go too gung-ho on the whole thing.
Those shockwaves. The timing on those is pretty devious.
Yeah, so I show my first failed attempt, and then I'll show the successful attempt. Oops. I figure we haven't seen me lose yet, so...
Oh god, I just fucking realized. Volo's hairstyle.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
What the shit?
Yeah, it's dumb. It's very, very dumb. Oh, man. I don't know what they were doing.
So, yeah, this boss is a bit of a patience game. You have to focus more on dodging than actually throwing the stuff at him.
Yeah, you only get you can only throw like one or two at a time versus for most of the other bosses, once you dodge, you can throw basically without regard for a good bit.
I like that dodge dive over the shockwave, though. I don't know. That just looks badass every time it happens.
Yeah, there's I think this is the only time where you get to throw however much you want, because if you don't, then it does a super attack that screws you over. Oh, I remember that attack also got me really good the first time I tried, because I didn't see where it was going to pop out, and then it just hit me, and I died.
Now, one of the kind of cool things about these sequences is that they don't really depend on what level your Pokemon are at.
That is true, yeah. You could have a team of level 1 Pokemon and...
technically do this.
Yeah. You won't win the next part, but you know.
Well, I was more referring to the opposite situation where your actual main Pokemon team is kind of over-leveled.
I bought your friend.
Although you're not doing the over-leveled thing, you're actually a little bit at the underdog right now.
Yeah, because he's using the legendaries that he just got. Hey, buddy. Wow, this is pretty awkward. Yeah.
You two are gonna be on the same team tomorrow.
And you're gonna like it.
Gonna play nice.
Man, you know, as I'm watching this battle, a thunderstorm has started outside my window, so I'm hearing thunder and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
That song also has religious undertones, so it's actually relevant.
I like how Giratina stood no chance.
It's almost like it's trying to fight God.
Form change.
What?
Oh yeah, this is a gimmick Arceus has in the main games too, where depending on what item you give it, it can be any type you want it to be.
Oh. So that we're trying to do the Mew thing again, except with
kinda, yeah. The fact that Arceus exists when we already have Mew still bothers me to this day. Because there's two creations for creation stories for Pokemon, and I don't know which one's real.
Was Mew ever really part of a creation story, though?
So the Pokedex entries for Mew state that Mew has the DNA of all Pokemon is brought like originated from Mew. So Mew was like the original Pokemon that all Pokemon eventually
Spawn
like
from.
became from.
Oh, yeah, but that's not quite the same as a creation story.
Well, not really, but it's just a I like your let yourself have invincibility frames to not get hit by the more attacks that he was doing strategy there. That was actually pretty clever. So it's just a difference in like mythos that changed between generations. Gen 1 is a very like science-y generation where everything is it's like this is a natural world that you're studying. And as the gens went farther and farther and we learned more about like these legendary Pokemon that shaped history or whatnot, it kind of shifted to a more mythological kind of vibe.
I would say, honestly, that started pretty heavy in Gen 2, as early as that one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Even
Because,
though
you
like
know,
there's nothing that goes against like what's going on in Gen 1 and Gen 2. There is like still like, oh, there's these old Pokemon and they shaped history and there was this legend of this tower and whatnot. So the vibe definitely started changing early, I guess because there's more story writing opportunities with Pokemon if you have them like involved in the creation of the world and countries and all that. But I don't know, I always just kind of liked that like Pokemon, the kind of Pokemon are just animals vibe that the original game gave off. So I don't know.
So you can send me back home now?
Nope.
You're stuck here. Fuck.
Yeah, you never go back.
And you're just okay with that.
this is another one of those situations where you end up stuck in the time and place you got sent to.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
did
Yay! And there's like nothing really left to do, right?
Nope.
do you not have the ability to catch Arceus?
No, you do. He's-
He gives you a piece of himself, which is the Arceus Mon you get.
Oh.
So you don't stuff him into a ball. You get a piece of him, which is weird because I guess they didn't want to have you controlling God or something like that.
I already can control God, though. I've caught him before.
They gave you a summoning medium from Wild Arms.
Basically, yeah. It's like, but bitch, I've already caught you before. Okay, don't try to act like, oh, I'm only giving you a piece of my power. It's like, bitch, please get in the ball.
So does Arceus have the same thing going on that Mew does, where he can learn any move?
I don't remember if he can learn any move. There's no TMs in this game. There's like a different thing. There's like a dojo, I think, where you can learn different moves. Oh, look, the whole family's here together. Oh, isn't this nice? No. Guys, we're doing
Whatever.
a family portrait, and you're gonna
You're
like
gonna
it.
like it.
This was always one of my favorite parts of the... they're too big.
So yeah, we have God.
Yeah, this was always one of my favorite things about Arceus was that you could throw out all of the Pokemon and like have them in. Oh, but he doesn't count. You haven't. Wait. Oh, you have to talk to who's its face.
Yeah.
Look
We
at
did
that!
it.
You caught God. Wow, it's pretty neat.
Received a part of Arceus. Okay.
I suppose I could grind more tasks to get points to become a top ranked Galaxy member, but I don't care. It doesn't give you anything.
What? There are no additional cutscenes or anything.
Nope,
Like-
this is it.
Like if you go back to the lab, I think they might have another thing.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. He like talks about like, oh, this was my dream and thank you and whatnot. I mean, granted, this all is pretty much post game. Like this is your reward for getting everything.
You do get the shiny charm, so there is that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so like I will say that this game actually does, like, your reward for completing the Pokedex is getting Arceus and having that boss fight. So the game does actually make it worth your while to go and do everything, which I do appreciate.
Now my question is, can you take Arceus out of this game and put him in other games?
Yes.
Which
Oh,
ones?
they added Pokemon Home connectivity?
Yeah.
Okay.
But which games is he compatible with? Is my question.
BDSP, Sword and Shield. I'm not sure if he's. I don't think Scarlet and Violet yet because they haven't had the whole. Now you can have all the legendaries update yet. So
I don't know why they don't just do that, but whatever.
they'll make a big deal out of it later.
Oh yeah.
You got the shiny charm. Now you can grind out shinies if you want.
This is, I think, the easiest game to get shinies in the series, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. Yes. Especially if you go to outbreaks. So yeah, that's the end of the game. We got 30 seconds left. So any last thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus or?
Take 3 years to make the next game, please. 3 whole years or more.
Never gonna happen.
No, it's not. But please, if there's like one thing that they take from that, that's what I would want them to do.
Wait, the Pokedex is complete, but think about how many mysteries the Pokemon still hold.
There's literally none. We found
Nope.
all of the mysteries.
Nope. I think I'm going to take the day off.
Mood.